But outside of Australia, at the Olympia event,
Yeah, in Florida.
that was huge. And there's so much to unpack there, but what I really want to talk about is Vrezh,
Yeah,
who's arguably, or pound for pound at least, the strongest arm wrestler in North America.
left-handed.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So who did he take out? Who was on that list?
Marcio Barboza, Dave Chafee.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of footage out so far.
Mm-hmm.
So all I really have to go off is Chance Shaw's results that he released on Facebook.
Yeah.
And a few matches that have been released on YouTube or Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah.
What we did see is in the very last weight class Vrezh competed in, he got to the finals, beat Dave Chafee, beat Marcio Barboza, and then only then lost to Cody Matt, who has just a stupidly strong left hand. The guy's a monster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really impressive.
What can you say to that? You know, he arguably he's the probably one of the best left-handers.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking what would you say in the world in that 80 kilo class?
I mean, Vrezh has competed in WAF quite a few times in the past. However, living in America now, he generally doesn't compete in Europe.
Okay.
I would love to see him in arm wars against the best Europe has to offer.
I want him against Vrezh.
Left-handed or right?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry. Vrezh's a right-handed guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Get him against Brett Coots. That would be a fucking mega match.
That would be hectic.
Yeah, and Brett Coots proven himself on the left hand too. Like, look at the wrong bath match.
Yep.
So Arm Wars 2022, Brett Coots versus Vrezh left-handed. It'll be a fucking screamer. Neil
Pickup.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Everyone message Neil Pickup. Coots versus Vrezh. So, first match we can see here. Dave Chafee getting that top roll hit, elbow fouling, getting a restart.
No, that was a pin, wasn't it? Oh no,
not this one. I just don't understand how someone at that size could hold on to someone out of straps that big.
I think Dave ran out of pad and he's got nowhere to go, but fuck, he can't go backwards anymore. He has to go sideways. And Vrezh,
it's a common thing with bloody everyone that he competes against.
Yeah.
The same thing to Ron Barth.
That's right. Yeah.
Marcio Barboza, much more explosive here. And you can really see him doing more to attack the hand.
Dude, those elbows are nuts.
I don't understand how Vrezh can hold this. For the life of me, I can't understand it.
Just conditioning.
It's like as soon as he has any hand, he's just wins center of the table. So Marcio really doing everything he can here to ride up his hand, out of his fingers. And even then, he can only just ascertain center of the table.
Yeah.
So, and then as you can see here, the match with Cody.
Yeah. There's a lot of weight behind that.
a lot of weight. And not that Vrezh wouldn't necessarily won that match had he been fresh, but having pulled 2 weight classes prior to this weight class,
and coming on top as well,
really makes you think as to where this guy is at in a super match format. So yeah, I'd love to see him super matching a few super heavyweights in that top 5 in North America, just to see what he could do. Because we are seeing him at a lot of comps, but with his style of pulling, it's very easy for him to get tired and blown up really.
Yeah. In
a super match format with his style, everyone's on the same page. They're on equal terms. I really think he could bleed through a lot of people. So Matt Mask, Jerry, Dave Chafee.
Yeah.
Marcio, I think has potential.
I think he's taken all of them on. I think he's taken all of them, to be honest. Just going off from recent memory. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Either or. Arm wars first. Let's get him a big match, because look, there's a lot of depth in Europe, in left hand in particular. Maybe shooting a bit heavier than Vrezh, but I'd love to know who could give Vrezh a good match on the left at that 80 kilo mark, roughly where Vrezh is. Can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Well, you got Vladislav from Latvia.
Yeah, I still don't think he'd have enough of Vrezh.
Really?
No.
Also got Bozidar. Who else?
Yeah.
You could probably, if he bulks up to, well, I think Vrezh is around that 85 kilos, to be honest.
Mm.
So and you have Sasha at like 88 or 90. That would be a good match.
What about Rustam, Zoliev, or Prudnik? Left-handed, within a weight cap.
I think Rustam would be a great match. I reckon they'll get to a stalemate where no one can attack and can only defend.
Yep.
And that would be a screamer.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, a prime Danny Tej versus Vrezh, could Danny do anything?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
It would be a fucking 2-minute match.
Yeah, it would.
I couldn't tell the winner. I wouldn't be able to call the winner. But
I do think
I reckon Danny could hang in there. Genuinely, I reckon he could. Because I felt his left lock in training. I haven't felt anything since. Anything like that since.
Yeah. 100%.
Honestly. Even Brett. Like, to be honest, Brett is strong as fuck on the left. But he feels elastic.
Yeah.
Danny was like you'd hit a brick wall and you just can't move. Yep. Not even 1 centimeter.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very interesting to say the least. Look, Danny pulls in a much tighter angle. So I think that Vrezh wouldn't be able to get as close to his body as he'd like with Danny.
If Danny could pull Vrezh over and finish with a press, well, cupped press, we're not talking flop press, I reckon that would be his only shot. But this is all speculation anyway. Danny's retired.
Of course.
Danny's retired. So, but I want to see Brett, our number 1 left-hand in the country. I don't think it's contended anyway. Lockie's injured. I just lost to Brett. So
like we all do.
yeah, basically. I'd love to see him versus Vrezh. Like that's a genuine match. I reckon that's a genuine match. And Brett could be at 95 kilos or whatever. And then Vrezh could get up to that weight, or
85
if they can agree to a
really
catch weight or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a real possibility. And I agree, it would be a real match. I don't think by any means it's a mismatch.
It's not. Like, just look at Ron Barth and Vrezh. Was that a straight up kill? I just can't remember how it was.
Yeah.
Was it a straight away, like Vrezh pulled him in and just beat him, or was it a wall?
That's a good question.
If it wasn't, just compare that to how Brett handled Ron Barth.
Yeah.
When he was in Australia. I
do think Vrezh and Ron was at least a 20, 30-second match. What I do think is, because, again, Vrezh pulls in that open position, Brett also does, but he's also has a lot of rotation, whereas Vrezh is much more of a supinated
it's like he's pushing sideways, Vrezh. That's what it looked like, especially with that Marcio match.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a genuine match. It's a fucking match, man.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
But
we've never gripped up Vrezh, so we don't know.
Yeah.
100%.
We're guessing based on your online capabilities.
Yeah.
Based on the matches we see, Vrezh is definitely pound for pound best in America, or North America left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then you've got Brett, who's arguably best in Australia, open weight.
Yeah.
But can pull quite at a low weight. So
that's right.
Andy Must Supermatch Series, Vrezh versus
We'll just bring Vrezh over here.
Yeah. I love it.
Hope you're a drinker, mate.
Gets a free slab of Jim Beams upon arrival at the airport.
Yeah, basically. That's it, and we pick him up in a booze bus. Yeah, mate.